All right, in this video, we're going to walk through the process of setting up and completing forms and generating PDFs, in this case for a fit for work or fit for duty type assessment form. So here we have the physical demands protocol. Everything's already been defined, and typically as part of the setup process of your portal, we will take care of the necessary forms for you that you use within your organization. Next thing I'm going to do is go over to an appointment. So I've gone over to the organization. I've selected an organization patient in here. We don't currently have a fit for work that has not been completed. So let's go ahead and we will add one in here using the booking system. Be very quick. We'll use Edmonton downtown, fit for work. We'll add a service here. Pre-populated one. Awesome. And let's put that in for 4 p.m. today. Great. Okay, so now you can see that shows up at the top of our list here. We'll click into this now, which gives us the appointment workflow modal. This is also accessible by means of your clinic's calendar. In here, we're going to go straight to forms. Sorry, that's not true. We're not going to go straight to forms. We're going to assign our clinician. Perfect, a clinician has been assigned. The reason for doing that is we want some of the information that we have in there to pre-populate, such as the clinician's name in this case. So we're going to go ahead and add a form. This is the only form currently available to a fit for work assessment. So we'll go ahead and add that in here. Now we see we have about 5 sections in here to complete. I'm not going to go through the process of completing all of them, but I will complete one from the donor side. So this would be the donor side. The donor could either scan this or they could also receive this via email when the appointment is set up. There is that option. I'm going to go ahead and click into this, and as you can see, it opens up another page, which is great. Here we have the declaration. Okay. And then we have the requirements here for the signature of the employee or prospective employee. So I'll sign this. Okay, we'll go ahead and save that. And then we'll type in the name of a witness, and we'll just call this person okay, and then they can pass it over to you, or you as the occupational therapist could go in there into this as we have now and sign that document. It's very flexible, obviously. We want our donors to be signing this information even ahead of time, so they can do that here. Now I'll go down and confirm and submit. Great, so that's been signed, and now we can generate a PDF for this one in here. We'll go back to our sections in here. We can see this has been completed. Now we would go down to confirm completion. So this is where we would go to verify that this has actually been completed. So to verify that, you would again go back to this link and you could verify that all the information has been provided in there. Okay, which is great. So I'm going to go ahead and close this. I'll confirm the completion. And then I'm going to go through and probably what makes the most sense for you guys, for those watching the video to understand. This is another one that's assigned to our donor. So again, they could scan the QR code here, or they could click the link on a tablet that you provide to them, maybe in your waiting room. I'm going to go ahead and pause this video just to be able to complete this. I'll do the first couple so you can see how this works. So has your doctor ever said that you have a heart condition and recommended physical activity? We'll say no. We'll say no to this one as well. We'll say no to this one as well. No. So here's an example. We might say yes. Maybe we could say ACE inhibitor. And then we go next. And I'll pause the video here and finish off this questionnaire. All right, so we've gotten another 2 of these out of the way. I'm going to go here to the physical demand test protocol. This one's a little bit different. So we'll show you how the first part of this works in here. So here we'll add the information. Automatically, the worker's name pre-populates. Now the therapist is also the worker in this case. It could have been a little bit more creative there, I suppose, by giving us a different worker's name, but this will have to do for this demonstration. But we could modify the therapist's name in here as well. And we just need to add some information. I'll say 144 over 94, and we'll just say 100. And now we can start the physical demand summary for the safety person. So you can see here on the left, we have some defined tests that are to be done. And then on the right is where we would actually provide the individual values in here. So I'm not going to go through all of this necessarily to show you how this works because this takes a couple of minutes to do if you're familiar with doing fit for work tests, and certainly you can attest to that. So in this form, we're almost finished. I'll just walk through the last two in here to handle that. So this is to, of course, measure a person's heart rate as they go through the test. All right, and no, this person does not have any limitations, so that's fine. And then we go to our calf test. All right, and no, this person does not have any limitations, which is great. So now we can save and complete this, and we can sign off on this as the occupational health therapist. All right, all that information is now in here, so we'll save and mark this as complete. And now we can see that this one here is complete. Now the last little bit to do here is to determine if this person is cleared and then to provide the clearance form information. And here we do have a text field with some items that we can select. So we can insert these where necessary to provide some defined options. So in this case, after reviewing the results of the assessment listed below, Tyson London does meet the requirements for employment as a safety person as set forth by Active Solutions policy. We can add some information here about limitations or recommendations, and we can specify the examinations that were done. We obviously have the therapist or clinician's name here pre-populated and today's date. So now we'll go ahead here and sign this, and we'll save and mark that as complete. Because we went in here and did this, we will go ahead and confirm the completion of all of these. Okay. Which is something we want to do. What it does is it assigns the user's information to say that so-and-so, as the clinician and user managing this, has been the one to confirm its authenticity. Now we're going to go ahead and generate a PDF. So I'll go to settings. In here, you can, basically what this will do, because you can do them individually, this will compile the document with all the fields that you specify in here. So you may have one that you want to specify for the client to be able to see, and then one that you may keep internally, which, as I understand, that's particularly useful when there's specific medical information you might not want to share with the client. Instead, you're probably sharing maybe the disclosure of medical information and the post-offer clearance letter. In this case, we'll create this for internal use. So I will select all of these items, and then I'll go ahead and I'll combine the PDFs, and that will go into our PDF generator. And now we can see that information in here. Your header and everything is completely configurable. This is something we take care of at the startup. If you have a custom letterhead, that can be imported as well in our other settings, and that is explained in another video that you can find on the channel. So again, here we have the information that we're looking for, and we can go down, we can see all of the responses in a nice, clean PDF format that makes good use of all the space that's available in there. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and close this out, and I'll show you where that now shows up in our documents. So currently this document is not visible to the organization. If we wanted to make that visible to the organization, then all we would do is mark this as visible to the organization and then update this particular document in here. We're not going to do that here in this case, but if you wanted to email this off to somebody or delete it, you could do as you see fit, or if you need to view this again for your own internal use. All right, if you have any questions, do let us know.